Hello everyone, I'm Freaky and welcome to the video. Now before you guys watch this video, I want you guys to go and check out a video I made around 2 years ago, and it's called Theory, What If Saiyans Had a Tail while in their Super Saiyan God forms. And the reason why I'm asking you guys to go and check that video out is because what I'm about to say in this video is going to correlate with this video that you're watching now. And trust me, there's some information in that video that will make it easier of what I'm trying to say in this video. So I'll leave a link in the description box below to that video. And as soon as you finish watching that, please come back and watch this video. And with that said, let's continue. Guys, I have to be honest with you. You know, like how we've been getting these God forms and Super Saiyan Blue with the Kaioken and Evolved Blue with Vegeta, and then we got Ultra Instinct and Ego, and now in the manga we've got Ultra Instinct God with Goku versus Granola. Now listen, here's the thing. When it comes to these transformations, I actually do like them. I like Goku's Super Saiyan God, the blue form with the Kaioken, and I like the idea of Evolution Blue with Vegeta because it kind of feels like an ascended God Saiyan. It's kind of like what happened in the Cell Saga when Vegeta went ascended, and I do like Ultra Instinct and Ego, even if it isn't part of Goku and Vegeta's arsenal of what their biology can do, because Ultra Instinct and Ego is a technique that Goku and Vegeta learned from the gods. And you know what? All those are great. In fact, I love all the Super Saiyan forms, more or less. But over the years, I've noticed that sometimes that a character, specifically Saiyans, always have their own special form that's unique to them, especially in Super, like with Trunks' Super Saiyan Rage. And it's never explained how he got this transformation, or what its multiplier is. If anything, this transformation actually annoyed me, simply because it just comes right the hell out of nowhere. Okay, let me start from the beginning. Back in 2013, we had the movie Battle of Gods, and in that movie, and we as Dragon Ball Z fans know, at this point of the story, Goku has the Kaioken, and then Super Saiyan 1, and then Grade 2 and 3, or Ascended, or Ultra, and then he can go Super Saiyan 2 and 3, and then, near enough end of the story, Goku can access Super Saiyan God, and that form went into Goku's base form, but it can still use the Super Saiyan God form, and in the Resurrection No F arc or movie, Goku can go Super Saiyan Blue, and we can assume that this is a 50 times multiplier on top of the Super Saiyan God. Now, when you get up to this point, now that Goku has explained, oh, this is how you get a Super Saiyan Blue when you put a Super Saiyan on top of a Super Saiyan God. Now, at this point, at the end of the Resurrection OF arc, what goes through your mind after witnessing Super Saiyan Blue? We've seen Super Saiyan God, and now we've seen Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan Blue. What would come after Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan Blue? And it would obviously be Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 2 or Super Saiyan Blue 2 if we was to skip over the grades. And then we go into Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3. Now, you would assume that we would have seen Goku go Super Saiyan Blue 2 and Super Saiyan Blue 3. And you know what? I was hoping to see that. But instead, we got Super Saiyan Blue with a Kaioken times 10 times 20, and then we see Goku go Almond and then Ultra Instinct in the Tournament of Power. And then after that, Goku masters his Ultra Instinct and he has like a sort of giant form or something. And then in the manga, we see him use the God form with Ultra Instinct. I mean, come on, that is just nuts. But my problem is this. We know about Super Saiyan Blue, which is supposed to be a God form of the original Super Saiyan form. But you would have expected for Goku to have Super Saiyan Blue 2 and 3. I mean, that would be the next big thing. In fact, I would have loved to have seen Goku get Super Saiyan God Blue 2 and 3. The same with Vegeta. But instead, when we go into Super Dragon Ball Heroes, we see Goku Black go Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 2 and 3, and full power, Super Saiyan God 3. Yeah, filler character gets these two forms that we've always wanted to see Goku do, but instead, filler character gets it first. So here's the thing, how come Goku Black can have Super Saiyan God 2 and 3, but Goku in the main timeline hasn't achieved that yet? Okay, the point is, of what I'm trying to say, now recently, Gohan in Dragon Ball Super Superhero was able to access a new form called Final Gohan, and it was a combination between his mystic power and his rage. And again, look at Trunks, he has Super Saiyan Rage that came out of nowhere and it's not explained what it is or where it came from. And look at Broly, he is the legendary Super Saiyan, and he has a form that Goku or Vegeta won't be able to obtain. The point is, I've been seeing a trend over the years when it came to Dragon Ball, because you've always had these characters throughout the series of different forms. the Ozaru, Super Saiyan, etc, etc, etc. I mean, in Dragon Ball Super, you know the reason why. They're making different forms for different characters. And it's all because of marketing. To sell models and put them in games, and to get the kids excited saying, hey look what Gohan can do, or oh, look what Vegeta can do, or oh look what Goku can do. And they have their own unique transformations. And you know what? I'm getting sick of it. I'm sick and tired of characters, particularly Saiyans, getting their own unique transformations. Now listen, before any of you guys want to rip my head off for saying, oh, I don't like seeing new transformations that only specific characters can do. Listen, it's not like that. Because here's the thing, when we first saw Super Saiyan in the Frieza saga, I mean, that was awesome. And then, when we got to the Android saga, we got to see 2 Super Saiyans, that was Goku and Trunks. And then later on, Vegeta also went Super Saiyan. And you know what? That was absolutely freaking awesome. And then, Gohan and Goku went Perfected Super Saiyan. And then there was Vegeta's Ascended Saiyan form. And there was Trunks' Ultra Super Saiyan form. And then later on, Gohan could go Super Saiyan 2. Now, at the time, all the Saiyans could actually reach all these transformations. And when it came to these Cell games, they still had all these forms. But later on in the Buu saga, we are shown that Goku can go Super Saiyan 2, Vegeta can go Super Saiyan 2, Gohan can go Super Saiyan 2, and then Vegeta had his new Margin form, which isn't something that he can achieve all by himself. It had to be Babidi who put the Margin seal on Vegeta for him to have that power up. And there was Goten and Trunks that could go Super Saiyan 1, and then Gohan could go into his Mystic Ultimate form. Now when it came to Gohan and his Ultimate form, you can understand why this form is special to Gohan, because this form can't be obtained unless the Supreme Kai can unlock your full potential. And even though this is Gohan's own thing, unlike how Future Trunks got his Super Saiyan Rage form, it was more believable when Gohan got his Ultimate form. It's the same with Majin Vegeta. This was a form that was given to him. And then there was Super Saiyan 3, where Gotenks and Goku have been seen to use. And I'm pretty sure that Gotenks can also use Super Saiyan 2, even though we don't see him use it. Now, let me ask all my fellow Dragon Ball fans, when it comes to Super Saiyan 3, would you guys would have loved to have seen Vegeta have Super Saiyan 3? Because I certainly would have loved to have seen him use Super Saiyan 3. And it was such a waste that we never see Vegeta use Super Saiyan 3. And not just Vegeta, but other Saiyans too. Gohan has the potential of going Super Saiyan 3, same with Goten and Trunks, and even Future Trunks. Hell, even in the Goku Blackhawk, Future Trunks can go Super Saiyan 2 now. But it would have been awesome to see him go Super Saiyan 3. And yes, I know some of these characters can go Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, and Super Saiyan 4 in other medias. Yeah, I have seen them. But chronically, it would have been awesome to see Future Trunks and other characters go Super Saiyan 3. But you know what? Some characters can't go Super Saiyan 3, and you know what? I'm okay with that. And I'm also okay with Gohan having his Ultimate form. And you know what? That's Gohan's own thing. Hell, in Dragon Ball Super Superhero, I'm going to spoilers by the way. I'm going to go into spoilers in that movie, so here we go. Gohan has a new form called Final Gohan, and it's an evolved form from his Ultimate form. It's a combination of his Mystic form and his Rage. So yeah, even though this is a weird case for Gohan, having this unique form that he has now, but when it comes to Gohan, he's a half-breed. He's half human and half Saiyan, and he's also had his unlocked potential unlocked. And you know what? I can believe that. I mean, at the very least, it isn't like Trunks' Super Saiyan Rage. And when it comes to Gohan's Ultimate form in Dragon Ball Super Superhero, you sort of get it. You kind of understand why Gohan has this new form. And when it comes to Broly, either versions, you get why he has these legendary forms that only he can access. Because he is the legendary Super Saiyan. He is the Saiyan that comes around once every 1000 years. He is the myth, the legend, the legendary Super Saiyan. And he has a form that no other Saiyan can have access to, unless you're Kel from Universe 6. Or your Z Broly from the old Broly movies, because it's in Broly's DNA, same with Kale's. But there is one thing I have been wondering. Let's just say for example that Goku needed a blood transfusion, and Broly offered to give Goku his blood to help Goku, and then once Broly's blood goes into Goku, would Goku be able to have that legendary power as well? But yeah, I'm just throwing that out there. Anyways, when it comes to some characters, specifically Saiyans, having their own unique forms like Broly or Gohan, I mean, yeah, those are special cases, because it's either part of their DNA or the power was given to them. And when it comes to Gohan's case, it is technically his biology, but it's all thanks to Old Kai that he got that power. But yeah, anyways, like I said, I'm okay with some characters having their own forms and power-ups. But the thing is, I don't want every single character to have their own special transformation that's unique to them, and them only. I mean, when it comes to Super Saiyan 3, Vegeta has the potential of going Super Saiyan 3, but he chose not to pursue it. And it's the same with the Kaioken. Goku can use the Kaioken on top of his blue form. And yes, this isn't part of Goku's biology, but Vegeta can learn the Kaioken if he really wanted to. It's the same with Ultra Instinct. If Vegeta wanted to, he could learn the Ultra Instinct if he wanted to. It's the same with Goku. He could also learn the Ego power-up that Vegeta can use now. And if Gohan didn't have his unlocked potential unleashed, I'm pretty sure he would have been able to go Super Saiyan 3. Gohan had the potential of going Super Saiyan 3, but he doesn't necessarily need it anymore because he has his own thing going on. Okay. I'm going to get to the bone of what I'm trying to say in this video. Now, when it comes to the Super Saiyan forms and Akira Toriyama, I don't think Akira Toriyama wanted to bring in Super Saiyan 4 within the manga. I think that's why he created the God forms and the God power-ups. And listen, this is just my guess, and this isn't anything official or anything like that. But just think about this for a second. When you see Goku go Super Saiyan God, and then Super Saiyan Blue, which is a Super Saiyan on top of a Super Saiyan God, you would have thought, okay, so there's going to be Super Saiyan Blue 2 and 3. That would have been the logical thing to do. But we don't see Goku go Super Saiyan Blue 2 or 3. We only see Goku use the Kaioken on top of the Super Saiyan Blue form, and then we got Omen and then Ultra Instinct. And then in the manga we see Goku use the God form, and Goku's also using the Ultra Instinct on top of that when he was facing off against Granola. Now listen, I'm really hoping that Goku doesn't do one of two things. Number one, he gets a transformation that's unique to him and him alone, and no other Saiyan can get that transformation no matter how hard they're trained. And number two, Goku and Vegeta gets more God power-ups. And when I mean God power-ups, I'm talking about techniques and abilities that's been passed down from the angels and the gods of destruction to mortals like the Ultra Instinct or Ultra Ego that Goku and Vegeta has now. And that's not to say that I don't like Ultra Instinct or Ultra Ego. I'm okay with Goku and Vegeta using those techniques that's been trained to them by the gods and the angels. I have no problem with that. But I don't want to see another level of Ultra Instinct or Ultra Ego. Like, yeah, this is Ultra Instinct level 2 or Ultra Instinct level 3 or Ultra Ego level 2 or 3. I really don't want to see that. Again, I'm okay with Goku having the Ultra Instinct and Vegeta's Ultra Ego, but I don't want to see a next form for Ultra Instinct or Ultra Ego. Because if you ask me, I think Akira Toriyama is trying to diverge away from the Saiyan forms and just use the God forms or God abilities. And I think he's trying to stay away from what Saiyans can do by using their own power in their biology, like Vegeta having the potential of going Super Saiyan 3, even though he technically doesn't need it anymore. Again, I don't want Goku to have a next level of Ultra Instinct, or the same with Vegeta with his Ego. I really want Akira Toriyama to go back to using the Super Saiyan forms, where Goku and Vegeta or any other Saiyan can go into another golden form. That's what I like to see. But again, I don't think Akira Toriyama wants to do that. I don't think he wants to bring in Super Saiyan 4 into the manga. But if that is the case, that he doesn't want to bring in Super Saiyan 4 into the manga, then I do have a few ideas on what he could do if he doesn't want to bring in Super Saiyan 4. And idea number one is Goku and Vegeta going Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan 2 and 3. This would be the obvious choice of where Goku should go in his power. I mean, come on, Goku Black can do it in Super Dragon Ball Heroes, and that's Goku's body. That would be the obvious forms for Goku and Vegeta to go. I mean, just think about this for a second. If Goku can use his Ultra Instinct on top of his Super Saiyan God form, and that makes him even more powerful, then imagine Goku and Vegeta going Super Saiyan Blue 2 and 3. Not only would that be cool, and it would be forms that the fandom would want to see, but Goku and Vegeta can also put their Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego on top of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3. If a base form, Ego and Ultra Instinct, is even more powerful than Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3, then imagine the combination of Ultra Ego and Ultra Instinct with Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3. I mean, come on, Goku can use Super Saiyan God with Ultra Instinct, so imagine if Goku could go Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3 and use his Ultra Instinct on top of that. Goku would be much more powerful, and this would give Vegeta a reason to train and try to obtain Super Saiyan 3, because he will need to achieve Super Saiyan 3 in order for him to get Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3. So not only will we be able to see Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta chronically, but this will give Vegeta a reason to go Super Saiyan 3. And if he does master his Super Saiyan 3 form, and Vegeta goes Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3, then he'll be able to put his Ultra Ego on top of his Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3 form. And then Goku will use his Ultra Instinct with the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3 form, and combine that with the Kaioken times 20. That in itself would be mental. And that's exactly what I would like to see, Goku having the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan form with the Ultra Instinct. Or even just Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3. I mean, I would just love to see that. and Vegeta. I would love to see Vegeta go Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3 and see him train to go Super Saiyan 3. That's what I would like to see. And this could be the pinnacle of what Akira Toriyama could do, to have Vegeta and Goku go Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3 and have the Ultras on top of that. I would just be happy with that if he was to end the series with just that. Or there's idea number 2, and that is Goku and Vegeta achieving more gold forms like Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3 and a gold form that's Super Saiyan 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And no, I'm not talking about Super Saiyan 4 that we saw in Dragon Ball GT. And I know what some people are going to say. They're going to say, Geek Freak, I'm confused. What exactly are you saying? Well, what I'm saying is, I don't think this form is Super Saiyan 4. In fact, I think Akira Toriyama should retcon this form and not make it Super Saiyan 4, but instead it would be a special sort of form that all, if not most Saiyans, can achieve. I don't think that this form should be called Super Saiyan 4 anymore. Now, I know there's going to be some angry fans out there that didn't like what I've just said, and I know what some of you are going to say. You're going to say, what the hell are you talking about, Geek Freak? Super Saiyan 4 is awesome. This is the next level of the Saiyan forms. You cannot change the status of Super Saiyan 4. It goes Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is the 4th form after Super Saiyan 3. Wait, hold on. Hear me out on what I have to say first before you guys want to chop my head off. Just hear me out. Now, if you guys see my video that I told you to go and check out at the beginning of this video, the one that you can see on the screen now, again, I left a link in the description box below to that video. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, I want you guys to stop this video right now and go and watch that video first, and then come back, and you guys will probably get the idea of what I'm going to say about this so-called Super Saiyan form. So if you guys have seen that video, let's continue. Now, if Akira Toriyama doesn't want to bring in Super Saiyan 4 into the manga, then I think Akira Toriyama should put this Saiyan form aside for a while and just let Vegeta, Goku and other Saiyans have more golden forms. So instead of Super Saiyan 4 being this form, it could be another golden form, and that would be Super Saiyan 4, and then after that it's going to be Super Saiyan 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and they're going to be all golden forms. And each form gets stronger and stronger like they've been doing throughout the series. And the more golden forms that they achieve and master, the more god forms they can achieve. So let's just say, for example, that Goku achieved Super Saiyan 5, which is a golden form, and master it. He would be able to achieve a god form, which would be Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 5. So yeah, the more golden forms Goku achieves, or Vegeta achieves, the more god forms that Goku and Vegeta can achieve. Just like with Goku Black when he went Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 2 and 3. And you know what, even though it would be predictable if Goku and Vegeta and any other Saiyan was to do this, like go into the next form, go into the next form, go into the next form, but at the very least, we would be able to see the different transformations and altercations that each Saiyan form can do. Super Saiyan gave you golden hair, Super Saiyan 2 gave you golden hair with sparks, and there was also the grades that Vegeta and Trunks could do, and those forms made them more muscular. And then when it came to Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 3 made Goku's hair grow, and his eyebrows disappeared. So imagine if Goku obtained a new golden form. I mean, what do you think it would look like on Goku and Vegeta? And not just Goku and Vegeta, but what about other Saiyans as well? Can you guys imagine how muscular Cobble would be if he went Super Saiyan Ultra? Or can you imagine how Cauliflower would look if she went Super Saiyan 3? I don't mind seeing other Saiyans use the same transformations that can be obtained by all Saiyans. And even though it would be the same transformation for all Saiyans, at the very least we could see the transformations on those characters. Unique characters using the same transformation. And that's exactly what I want to see. Anyways, when it comes to the golden forms, there is no limit to how many golden forms there are for the Saiyans. I don't actually mind that. And I don't mind seeing other Saiyans use the same transformation. And again, if Goku was to obtain Super Saiyan 7 or something like that, and master it, there would be a god form of Super Saiyan 7. And we could see Goku train in order to get those new forms and master them. I would love to see Goku and Vegeta train in order to get the next transformation of the Super Saiyan, and then master it, and then he'll be able to get the next god form, which would be Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 7 and beyond. Now, let's have a look at so-called Super Saiyan 4 from GT. How could Akira Toriyama use this form? And instead of calling it Super Saiyan 4, I'm going to call this form Super Saiyan Peak. You'll see why in a second. Or we could just call it Peak Super Saiyan. Anyways, now, throughout the video, you've basically got the general idea of what I want to see. I want to see Goku get more golden forms, going past Super Saiyan 3, and get a new transformation that is also gold, which would be new Super Saiyan 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and beyond. And I would also like to see a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan form like what Goku and Goku Black did in Super Dragon Ball Heroes. He went Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 2 and 3. So if he can do it, then surely Goku can do it as well. Well, technically he is Goku, but not really, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. And not just those Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan forms, that's 1, 2 and 3, but 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and beyond. More golden forms means more Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan forms. That's exactly what I want to see. Now, to my fellow Super Saiyan 4 fans, you guys are probably thinking, how could Akira Toriyama use Super Saiyan 4, or as I call it, Peak Super Saiyan? Now, the reason why I call it Peak Super Saiyan is because I think Akira Toriyama should retcon this form and not make it Super Saiyan 4. And before any of the Super Saiyan 4 fans want to rip my head off, just hear me out what I have to say first. Here's the thing, I love Super Saiyan 4, or Peak Super Saiyan. But if you ask me, I think Akira Toriyama could use Super Saiyan 4 or Peak Super Saiyan in a different way. Again, you guys know I want to see more golden forms and more Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan forms, because the more golden forms they get, the more Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan forms they get. You know what I'm talking about. But how could they use Super Saiyan 4, aka Peak Super Saiyan? Well, I do have an idea. Now, if you guys already seen that video I told you about at the beginning of this video, you guys will probably know what's coming. Now, when it comes to Super Saiyan 4 or Peak Super Saiyan, where can that come from? Well, in GT, it was all thanks to Goku getting his tail back that made it possible for Goku to go Super Saiyan 4 or Peak Super Saiyan. And when Goku went into his Golden Great Ape, you'd probably be thinking, hold on, why is Goku in a Golden Great Ape instead of the brown fur ape? Well, that's because Goku was able to use Super Saiyan. On the Dragon Ball Z Wikipedia, it says, a Saiyan can only go into a Golden Great Ape form if they obtained Super Saiyan and as a monkey style. And if you guys remember, it is said that the original ape form with the brown fur gives its user a 10 times multiplier. And Goku at the time, when he first got Super Saiyan 4, he was also able to access not only Super Saiyan 1 and 2, but 3 as well. And it is said that Super Saiyan 3 gives the Saiyan a 400 times multiplier. So what I'm getting at is, if Goku can access Super Saiyan 3, and now that he's got his tail back, and he goes into his Golden Great Ape, and then go Super Saiyan 4, and when Goku does go Super Saiyan 4, Goku's power level in this form would be 4000 times, because Goku has Super Saiyan 3, so 400 times 10 is 4000. It's the same with Vegeta, and because Vegeta didn't obtain Super Saiyan 3, and has only ever achieved Super Saiyan 2, which is a 100 times multiplier, and then you put times 10 on that, you would get 1000 times multiplier. And this is where I think Akira Toriyama should use Super Saiyan 4 or Peak Super Saiyan. I think Akira Toriyama should retcon this form and have it called Peak Super Saiyan. And for every golden form that Goku has achieved, Goku's already got Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, and he's got a few great forms. And if Goku was to achieve a new golden form, which is gold, and each of the new golden forms would be unique in their own way. So it would be Super Saiyan 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but they would all be gold. And whatever the multiplier is for the next golden form, because remember, Super Saiyan 1 was a 50 times multiplier, 2 was a 100 times multiplier, 3 was a 400 times multiplier. So let's just say, for example, that Akira Toriyama created a new golden form and it was a 800 times multiplier, and the form of that could be a 1600 times multiplier. And remember, these are all golden forms, and Goku has to master all these forms, but I'll get to that in a second. Anyways, let's just say, for example, that Goku and Vegeta did exactly as I said, that they both achieved Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 2 and 3, and Vegeta actually obtained Super Saiyan 3 in order for him to obtain Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3 and possibly use Ultra Instinct and their ego on top of their forms. But even after that, they need more power to beat the next strongest guy, and Goku and Vegeta gets the idea of going even further, of getting more golden forms. But with each golden form they obtain, it gets harder and harder to try and obtain the next golden form, and it also gets really hard for them to master the next form, because remember, Super Saiyan 3 took up too much energy. So basically, the more golden forms they achieve, the harder it will be to achieve the next golden form after that. And if they want to achieve the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan number of that new golden form, then they have to completely master that new golden form. But again, with every single golden form they achieve, the more harder it is to achieve the next one, and it becomes increasingly more harder to master the next golden form. This will give Goku more of a challenge and more training in order to control his own power. But where does Super Saiyan 4 or Peak Super Saiyan come in? So let's just say, for example, that Goku got his tail back in Super alongside Vegeta. Let's just say, for example, Goku and Vegeta got their tails back and they looked at the moon, and then they became the Golden Ape, and then they would have achieved this new form. And as many of you know, Vegeta hasn't achieved Super Saiyan 3, but Goku has. But Vegeta is able to use his form, but he would only get a 1000 times multiplier. But because Goku has Super Saiyan 3, his multiplier would be 4000 times. But let's just say, for example, that Vegeta obtained and mastered Super Saiyan 3, and then Goku and Vegeta gained a new golden form, which would be Super Saiyan 4. And no, I'm not talking about this form, but a completely different form entirely, which is golden. And let's say, for example, that new form would be, I don't know, a 800 times multiplier. So let's just say, for example, that that new golden form is a 800 times multiplier, and Goku and Vegeta achieved and perfected it. And then Goku and Vegeta went into their peak Super Saiyans. They would both get a 8,000 times multiplier because they achieved a new golden form, which would be Golden Super Saiyan 4. And you know what? That is a perfect way of bringing in Super Saiyan 4 or Peak Super Saiyan into the series. Akira Toriyama can use more Super Saiyan forms, which are gold, and he can use Super Saiyan 4 / Peak Super Saiyan, and the Super Saiyan 4 fans will go wild. Now, I know what some people are going to say. They're going to say, oh, but Freaky, the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan forms are much more powerful than Super Saiyan 4, so what would be the point in bringing Super Saiyan 4 within the series if the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan forms are much more powerful than Super Saiyan 4 / Peak Super Saiyan? Well, that's simple. They would give Peak Super Saiyan its own Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan form, which would be Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Peak. And instead of giving that new God form a 10 times multiplier, it would be 100 times multiplier, simply because it's a God form. So not only would we be able to see more golden forms, not only would we be able to see Super Saiyan 4 or Peak Super Saiyan again, and we'll be able to see Super Saiyan 4 or Peak Super Saiyan get a God form of its very own. And also, the only way for Goku to get another golden form is that he has to be in his latest golden form. So for example, let's say for example that Vegeta wanted to go Super Saiyan 3, he would have to be in his Super Saiyan 2 form, and he would have to push himself in order to transform into the Super Saiyan 3 form. It's the same with Goku. If he wants to get a new golden form, he would have to be in Super Saiyan 3 and push himself into going Super Saiyan 4. And no, I'm not talking about Super Saiyan 4 or Peak Super Saiyan. I'm talking about a new golden form entirely, which would be called Super Saiyan 4. So yeah, basically, you have to be in your latest form and you have to train and perfect it. So that way, it will be much more easier for Goku and Vegeta to go Super Saiyan 5, which would be a new golden form, because if Vegeta and Goku was in Super Saiyan 4 or Peak Super Saiyan, and they was trying to obtain a new form by being in Super Saiyan 4 or Peak Super Saiyan, the thing is, it wouldn't work. The only thing that they would able to unlock is the Limit Breaker, which is basically Super Saiyan 4 / Peak Super Saiyan's full power. So even though Super Saiyan 4 / Peak Super Saiyan can't have any other transformations, it does have this new form like you see in Super Dragon Ball Heroes. So basically it's Super Saiyan 4 / Peak Super Saiyan's full power. And again, the only way the Saiyans are going to be able to achieve a new golden form is if they train and fully master their newest golden form and control it. So that way it'll be much more easier for them to achieve the next golden form. But like I said, the more golden forms they achieve, the more harder it would be for Goku and Vegeta to master that new form, and even harder to obtain the next form. And you know what? That's perfect. Goku will be trying harder and harder and harder to obtain new power. So you see, everybody wins. The Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan fans will be happy. The Super Saiyan 4 / Peak Super Saiyan fans will be happy. We'll get to see Goku train even harder. So if you ask me, I think this is what we need to see in Dragon Ball Super in the future. Again, if you guys are confused at what I'm trying to say, go and watch that video I told you about at the beginning of the video. Again, everybody will be happy. We'll get to see more golden forms. We'll be able to see Super Saiyan 4. We'll be able to see more Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan forms. We'll be able to see Goku and Vegeta push their limits and trying even harder. And not only that, we'll be able to see Ultra Instinct be put on top of all these Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan forms. Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with Ultra Instinct on top of them. That's exactly what I want to see. Now, how could Akira Toriyama introduce Super Saiyan 4 into the series, into his manga and Dragon Ball Super? Well, number one, he'll have to retcon Super Saiyan 4, but I'll get back to that in a second. Now, first off, the idea of Goku going Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 2 and 3 would be the next best thing. And if you guys think about it, we see Goku using the Ultra Instinct on top of his God form. So we can assume that Super Saiyan God with Ultra Instinct makes Goku a lot more powerful. So if this is the case, Goku should use his Ultra Instinct on top of his Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 1 form, and this will give Goku more power. And it's the same thing with Vegeta. He uses his Ego on top of his Super Saiyan God form, and then his Super Saiyan Blue form. But let's just say, for example, Goku and Vegeta did do this with their Ego and Ultra Instinct with their Super Saiyan Blue form against the next enemy, but the next enemy is too damn powerful, even with their blue Ultras. Yeah, I'm going to call Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego Ultras, just to save time. So let's just say, for example, that a new enemy came along, and Goku and Vegeta combined their Ultras with their Super Saiyan Blue forms, but it did absolutely nothing against this new enemy because they were too weak. So Goku and Vegeta are trying to figure out how they can get much more powerful, And then one of them says, if we can put Super Saiyan on top of a Super Saiyan God, then why don't we put Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3 on top of Super Saiyan God to give us even more power? And luckily enough, both Goku and Vegeta over the years have perfected their Super Saiyan 1 form and Super Saiyan 2, and so they give it a go by putting Super Saiyan 2 onto Super Saiyan God. And now Goku and Vegeta can go Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 2 and use the Ultras on top of the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 2 forms. And then Goku says, I have an idea, I'll try putting Super Saiyan 3 on top of Super Saiyan God. And so Goku tries, but he can't. Goku can't go Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3. And the reason for this is because Goku hasn't learned to train and mastered Super Saiyan 3 like he's done with Super Saiyan 1 and 2. And let's not forget, Vegeta hasn't got Super Saiyan 3, and Goku and Vegeta are confident that if they was to achieve Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3 and put the Ultras on top of Super Saiyan 3, they are pretty confident they can defeat this next big bad. And so, Goku and Vegeta goes to the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, and Goku tries to master Super Saiyan 3, while Vegeta is trying to learn how to go Super Saiyan 3, and Goku, little by little, is trying to train the same way like he was fighting and training in the Time Chamber in the Cell Saga, like he did with Gohan and himself. So little by little he is trying to train that way of trying to master Super Saiyan 3. But when it comes to Vegeta, he is having a really hard time to achieve Super Saiyan 3. So Goku stops his training of mastering Super Saiyan 3, and so he decides to go and help Vegeta. And yes, I know Vegeta doesn't like anybody's help, and he likes to figure things out for himself, but Goku and Vegeta have been training for the past 6 months, and Vegeta still can't achieve Super Saiyan 3, and he's been trying and trying and trying. And so Goku goes to Vegeta and says, listen Vegeta, I know you don't want any help and you want to do things your own way, but it's been 6 months now, and you still can't figure out how to go Super Saiyan 3? The big bad outside is destroying the universe or something. We've got no time to lose. So come on, let me help you. And Vegeta says, fine, how did you achieve Super Saiyan 3? And Goku replies, well, the same way I got Super Saiyan 2. I just power up from 2 to 3. And Vegeta replies, well, that's what I've been trying to do. But Goku also says, but when I achieved Super Saiyan 3, my body wasn't restricted like it was when it was alive. So it was much more easier for me to go Super Saiyan 2 all the way to 3. And Vegeta says, what are you saying? Are you saying that I have to kill myself and then I can possibly achieve Super Saiyan 3? And Goku says, no, there must be another way for you to achieve Super Saiyan 3. And then Goku and Vegeta sat down and had a think on what they could do. And then Goku says, hey Vegeta, do you remember the Ascended Saiyan and Ultra Super Saiyan? And Vegeta says, yes. And Goku says, well, have you ever tried of going Ascended in your Super Saiyan 2 form? I mean, if Super Saiyan 1 can have stages, then why not Super Saiyan 2? Maybe the stages of Super Saiyan 1 makes it easier for you to go Super Saiyan 2. So maybe Super Saiyan 2 also has its own grades or stages. And to everybody who is listening to my story, yes, I'm bringing back the stages of the Super Saiyan. Now, the reason why I'm bringing back the stages is because I found it weird that Super Saiyan 1 was the only form to have stages. There was Ascended and Ultra, but why didn't Super Saiyan 2 have Ascended forms? You know, grade 2, grade 3, for Super Saiyan 2. And this is where the stages or grades come back into the story. Both Goku and Vegeta find out that it's easier to transform into the next transformation of Super Saiyan when they've achieved the second grade and third grade of their next transformations. So Super Saiyan 1 has grade 2 and grade 3, and so Vegeta learns how to achieve Super Saiyan 2's grades, like Super Saiyan 1. Now, when it comes to the look of the grades, the reason why the grades make you more bulkier is because these forms are actually loosening up your body muscles so you can access the next form easier. So yeah, the grade forms between Super Saiyan 1 and 2 have a reason to exist. Sure, you can use them in battle, but they can also be used to make it easy for the user to ascend to the next transformation of Super Saiyan. So you've got Super Saiyan, then Ascended Saiyan and Ultra Saiyan, and then Super Saiyan 2, and then Super Saiyan 2 will have its own Ascended forms, Ascended, Ultra, but in its own Super Saiyan 2 variants. So yeah, I hit 2 birds with 1 stone. I gave the grade forms a reason for existing, and not just for show, and I brought them back into the series. The grade forms actually help you achieve the next form of Super Saiyan. So it would be Super Saiyan 1, grade 2, then Super Saiyan 2, then grade 1, grade 2 for Super Saiyan 2, and then they would go into Super Saiyan 3. So yeah, anyways, back to the story. Goku and Vegeta figure out that the grades between Super Saiyans 1, 2 and 3 are there to make the transformations into the next form more easier for the user. And so Vegeta trains in his Super Saiyan 2 form with 2 of his grades And then Vegeta finally goes Super Saiyan 3. And Goku all that time has been helping Vegeta train to get to Super Saiyan 3, because once Vegeta goes Super Saiyan 3 and help him train in it and master it a little bit, Goku would be able to help and train Vegeta in both of their Super Saiyan 3 forms. And then once they've done that, they will slowly learn to master Super Saiyan 3, like they did with Super Saiyan 1 and 2. And so Goku and Vegeta fully masters Super Saiyan 3, and it took them nearly a year and a half in the time chamber to do it. And now they can use Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3 Ultras. And so there you go. I brought back a few things from the series that Goku and Vegeta can do. Number 1, I brought back the grades and used them for Super Saiyan 2. So yeah, Super Saiyan 2 has its own grades like Super Saiyan 1 does. Vegeta can go Super Saiyan 3 now, and we get to see Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 2 and 3. And we get to see Goku and Vegeta train, improve, and master, and pushing themselves to the limit in order to master their Super Saiyan 3 forms and their grades. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention, even though Goku has achieved Super Saiyan 3, he also learns how to achieve Super Saiyan 2's grades as well, just to help out Vegeta. And there you go. This is everything everybody would want to see. We'll get to see the grade forms again, but this time for Super Saiyan 2, both Goku and Vegeta can use them. We'll get to see Vegeta achieve Super Saiyan 3, and alongside Goku, master it. And we'll get to see Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3 on both Goku and Vegeta with their Ultras. Now listen, this little story I did with Goku and Vegeta training in the time chamber was a sort of story explanation on what they could do in order to obtain these transformations. But my main focus was to explain on how they could bring back the grades for Super Saiyan 2 and how they help the Saiyans achieve the next transformation of Super Saiyan. And we get to see Goku and Vegeta train the same way like he was in the Imperfect Cell saga with Gohan himself. But in this case, it will be Goku and Vegeta trying to master Super Saiyan 3. And then, once they've mastered Super Saiyan 3, they will achieve Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3. And they've already mastered Super Saiyan 2, so it would be easy for them to achieve Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 2. And we'll get to see them use their Ultra transformations on top of their Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3 forms. So you guys have basically got the general idea. If they want to achieve more God forms, they will have to achieve more Golden forms too. Now, let's get to the part where you guys came in for. How would Akira Toriyama actually bring in Super Saiyan 4? But, like I said, if Akira Toriyama wants to bring in Super Saiyan 4, he will have to retcon Super Saiyan 4 and make it a completely different form altogether. I mean, if Akira Toriyama can retcon Broly and his legendary Super Saiyan form, then he can do the same with Super Saiyan 4. Now, do you guys remember that little story I made on how I brought back the grades, how I brought in Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and we got to see Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3 and 2? Well, here's how I think Goku and Vegeta can achieve Super Saiyan 4. But I'm going to tell you guys something now. I'm not going to call this Super Saiyan 4 now. I'm going to call it Peak Super Saiyan. And it's not going to be Super Saiyan 4, because I'm going to keep the trend that all the Super Saiyan forms are all going to be gold. So let's just say, for example, that Goku and Vegeta beat the next big bad with Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3 with their Ultras. And so after that, Goku and Vegeta try to level up to the next Super Saiyan form. And so they go through all the grades of Super Saiyan 3 and they achieve a new form, Super Saiyan 4. But it's not the Super Saiyan 4 you guys know from GT, but it's a new golden form. And trust me, I'm going to bring in Super Saiyan 4 in a bit. Anyways, Goku and Vegeta go through the grades of Super Saiyan 3 and achieve the new gold Super Saiyan 4 form. Again, I'm talking about a new golden form, not the one that we know. The one from GT is going to be called Peak Super Saiyan. And then Goku and Vegeta learn to master their new grades and the new Super Saiyan 4 form, and then they learn to go Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 4, and then they go into Super Saiyan 4's grades, grade 1 and 2, and then they achieve Super Saiyan 5, and the cycle continues. And when it comes to Vegeta and Goku getting these new forms, with each form, or golden form they achieve, it gets harder and harder to achieve and master the new golden form, which is why they need to train harder in order to control these new forms they get. So it'll be more of a challenge for Goku and Vegeta when they do try to achieve and master a new golden form. So yeah, we'll get to see Goku and Vegeta train and overcome these obstacles of achieving and obtaining the next golden form. So yeah, Super Saiyan 4, the Super Saiyan grades, Super Saiyan 5, the Super Saiyan 5 grades, Super Saiyan 6, the Super Saiyan 6 grades, and so on and so on. And they're all gold. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, and you're thinking, okay, this is all well and good, but what about Super Saiyan 4 or Peak Super Saiyan? When's that going to come in? Well, I do have an idea for a story for that. Do you guys remember Super Dragon Ball Heroes, where Capsule Cup Goku in his blue form met Xeno Goku in his Super Saiyan 4 form? Well, these Gokus are from different dimensions or different timelines. Now, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I think most of the fandom wants this, but I think Dragon Ball Super Goku should cross over with Dragon Ball GT Goku. Now, remember back in my story where I said Goku's got Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3 with Ultra Instinct on top of it? Well, after when Goku's defeated that guy, the next big villain, ask yourself this: where could the next villain come from at this point? Well, I was thinking that Goku can go to another dimension where he meets a variant of himself, either GT or Zeno, and both of these Gokus have Super Saiyan 4 or Peak Super Saiyan. And the reason why I'm letting Super Goku meet GT Goku is because, number one, this is exactly what the fandom wants for Super Saiyan 4 or GT Goku meeting up with Dragon Ball Super Goku or God Goku. And yes, I know I've already seen that in Super Dragon Ball Heroes, but if Akira Toriyama could do this canonically in the manga, then it'll be official. Super Saiyan 4 will be in the manga, and we might get to see Super Saiyan 4 versus Super Saiyan God. I mean, come on, that's just awesome. And also, it'll give Dragon Ball Super Goku to acknowledge that the Saiyan tail gives you an extra form. Now, when it comes to GT Goku or Xeno Goku, you know what? I'm just going to say GT Goku. This is a variant of GT Goku, where he's been training for years after the defeat of evil Shenron, and he's also been fighting other characters as well. And he's also got his potential unlocked by Ulkai. But, unlike Gohan, Goku has his unlocked potential, and he can still use his Super Saiyan forms. And there is a bit more that GT Goku can do. Again, this is a completely different variant of Goku that I've made up. Anyways, Super Goku ends up in GT Goku dimension, either because they were chasing a bad guy or somebody sent him into another dimension, and so Super Goku finds out that he's in GT Goku's timeline, and so GT Goku and Super Goku meet, and the bad guy comes in and he faces off against two Gokus, GT Goku and Super Goku, but GT Goku goes first. And by the way, this is adult GT Goku, and so GT Goku face off against the dimension hopping villain. And I just want to let you guys know that GT Goku also has his tail. I'm just throwing that out there, that's important. Anyways, GT Goku is extremely powerful, even in his base form. And so GT Goku starts the fight in his base form first, and then as the fight goes on, he goes Kaioken times 2 all the way to 20. So yeah, we get to see GT Goku use the Kaioken, and then we see him use Super Saiyan 1, and then we see him use Super Saiyan 2, and then we see him use Super Saiyan 3. And the audience is going, yes, yes, we get to see Goku use Super Saiyan 3, awesome! And then GT Goku says, I'm going up to my next form. And we see Goku power up, and everyone's thinking, yes, we get to see Super Saiyan 4, I can't wait to see Super Saiyan 4. We're going to see Super Saiyan 4. And everybody is expecting it's going to be Super Saiyan 4. But it isn't. Goku powers up to a new golden form, and GT Goku says, this is Super Saiyan 4. And the audience is like, wait, what the heck? That's not Super Saiyan 4. Super Saiyan 4 has like red fur, and he's got the tail, and his hair's black. What the hell's going on? And GT Goku says, this Super Saiyan form is a triple of my Super Saiyan 3 form. So it's 1200 times my base power. And Goku's base power level was powerful even before he asked Ulkai to unlock his full potential. Anyways, GT Goku is fighting, and then he goes into another golden form, which will be Super Saiyan 5. Again, this is another golden form, and even that form's not enough, and Super Saiyan 5 is 2 times powerful than his new golden Super Saiyan 4 form. So he's 2400 times his base, but that's still not enough. And you could say that this new Super Saiyan 5 form is on par with Dragon Ball Super Goku's Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 2. Remember, GT Goku's base form was powerful, and then he asked Ulkai to unlock his full potential. So these 3 combinations made GT Goku a lot more powerful. Anyways, Super Saiyan 5 is still not enough to defeat this next big bad. And then Goku says, okay, I'm going to show you something cool. And Goku brings out the one, the only, the form that everybody loves, Super Saiyan 4 / Peak Super Saiyan. Remember, I'm calling it Peak Super Saiyan, and I've retconned it. And now that Goku's got Peak Super Saiyan, this form is now 10 times more powerful than Super Saiyan 5. So now Peak Super Saiyan is a 25 times multiplier, and GT Goku is giving this guy a thrashing to a point that he has to retreat. And so the villain escapes, and the villain says, I will be back, and I'm going to be millions more times more powerful than what you saw me today. I will be back in 5 days. And so the villain escapes, and then GT Goku and Super Goku decides to go and train into the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, and they show each other what they can do. Super Goku shows GT Goku his God powers, which was Super Saiyan God, and then Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3. And then they start asking questions to each other, like Super Goku is asking GT Goku, where did that black-haired form come from? And how is it so powerful? It isn't even a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. And GT Goku asks Super Goku the same, asking Super Goku, I can't feel your energy. So that's Super Saiyan 3 with Goku power, huh? And in those 5 years, they both start teaching each other on how to achieve these forms. GT Goku understands on where to get the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan forms, and Super Goku understands where those 2 new golden forms come from, and he now knows how to achieve peak Super Saiyan. And GT Goku explains to Super Goku that originally he thought this was a Super Saiyan 4, and for years he has been trying to go past peak Super Saiyan with no luck. And the only thing that GT Goku was able to do with peak Super Saiyan was to break peak Super Saiyan's multiplier, and this is where Limit Breaker comes in. Yep, that's right. GT Goku explains that he was in peak Super Saiyan for a long time trying to surpass peak Super Saiyan, but with no luck. And the only thing GT Goku could do within peak Super Saiyan was to break its limiter. And in this retcon of the Limit Breaker, well, you know Super Saiyan 4 or peak Super Saiyan as a multiplier of times 10. Like in the original GT series, Goku achieved Super Saiyan 1, 2 and 3, and Super Saiyan 3 was Goku's most powerful form, and its multiplier was 400. But then Goku achieved Super Saiyan 4 in the Baby Saga, and his multiplier was 4000. So think about 400 times 10 is 4000. So basically, GT Goku explains that he can't surpass peak Super Saiyan, but he has broken the multiplier that peak Super Saiyan can do, and he can increase the multiplier to how much he can handle. So let's just say, for example, Goku only had Super Saiyan 3 and then he used Super Saiyan 4 in the original GT series, then Super Saiyan 4 would be a 4000 times multiplier. But Goku trained and trained and trained for so many years in Super Saiyan 4, hoping to achieve Super Saiyan 5 by training in Super Saiyan 4 or peak Super Saiyan, and he was trying and trying and trying, and no matter what he did, GT Goku couldn't transform within peak Super Saiyan. But instead, GT Goku broke his limiter on Super Saiyan 4 or peak Super Saiyan. So instead of a 10 times multiplier on top of whatever newly golden form Goku has achieved and mastered, Limit Breaker is kind of like Dragon Ball Super Broly, or kind of something similar to Saitama. Goku can raise his multiplier in peak Super Saiyan to how much he can handle. So let's just say, for example, Goku's got Super Saiyan 3, which is a 400 times multiplier, and then Goku goes Super Saiyan 4 or peak Super Saiyan, and this form gives Goku a 10 times multiplier on top of Super Saiyan 3, which is 4000, but now he's got the Limit Breaker, and the Limit Breaker can let Goku increase his multiplier for Super Saiyan 4 to whatever he wants, but only to how much he can manage at the time. Even though Limit Breaker can increase the multiplier for Super Saiyan 4 / peak Super Saiyan indefinitely, but Goku's also got to be very, very careful, because even though peak Super Saiyan Limit Breaker can increase Super Saiyan 4 / peak Super Saiyan's power and multiplier, GT Goku can't handle too much power unless he's actually trained enough to control that power. So let's just say, for example, that if GT Goku was in his Limit Breaker form at the time, he could raise its multiplier to, say for example, 30, and he couldn't go any further than that unless he trains it, so he can go further than that. So yeah, basically, Goku can be as powerful as he wants, but he has to train the power in order to increase its multiplier. And to this day, GT Goku is still trying to train in order to gain more golden forms, which will give him even more power. Now listen, I know what some of you are going to say. You're going to say, oh but Freaky, if GT Goku has the Limit Breaker and he can increase his multiplier in his peak Super Saiyan form, then what's the point of having more golden forms? Wouldn't it be easier to just have Super Saiyan 5 and have peak Super Saiyan with the Limit Breaker, and just let GT Goku train in peak Super Saiyan with the Limit Breaker instead? Well, here's the thing. Even though GT Goku can train to increase his multiplier in his peak Super Saiyan form, and it would make sense for Goku to do that, but this gives Goku two things of what he wants to do. Number one, the golden forms increase in power every single time there was Super Saiyan 1, 2 and 3, and these things gave Goku a huge power boost. So let's just say, for example, that GT Goku only had Super Saiyan 1 and then he went into his peak Super Saiyan form, he would only get 500 times the multiplier, and when it comes to Super Saiyan 2 it would be 1000 times multiplier, and when it comes to Super Saiyan 3 it would be a 4000 times multiplier. So yeah, each form increases Goku's overwhelming power, so the more golden forms GT Goku gets, the more powerful his peak Super Saiyan form gets, and that would mean there would be more training for GT Goku to do. And once he's fully mastered a new golden form, GT Goku will have to go back to the basics in his peak Super Saiyan form and retrain his Limit Breaker all over again, because remember, too much power will destroy your body unless you train it. So with every golden form that GT Goku achieves, he won't be able to use his Limit Breaker form like what he used to do in his previous golden form. But this GT Goku that Dragon Ball Super Goku has met as Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and they're all golden forms, and GT Goku in his Limit Breaker form can go 15 times on top of Super Saiyan 5 so far. So the golden forms gives GT Goku a quicker way to power, but he needs to train his Limit Breaker if he wants to get even more powerful with each new golden form. Well, you know in Dragon Ball Super, when Goku says to Frieza, this is what happens when you put a Super Saiyan on top of a Super Saiyan God with his blue form? Well, Peak Super Saiyan is when you put your latest golden form with the power of the controlled Zoru. So yeah, Peak Super Saiyan would be kind of sort of like with the God forms in a way. So yeah, I've explained the best of my abilities, and Super Goku picks all this up from GT Goku, and Super Goku explains to GT Goku how he can achieve Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, and so each version of Goku now knows how to get these new forms. And so the big bad comes back, and both Gokus fight him and defeat him, and then Super Goku goes back to his own dimension, and he tries to figure out a way to get his tail back. And you guys know where this is going. Super Goku gets his tail back, and he tries to achieve more golden forms. He achieves Peak Super Saiyan with the Limit Breaker, and he puts his God power onto Super Saiyan 4, 5 and 6. Yeah, Super Goku has trained to achieve these golden forms, and he's also achieved Peak Super Saiyan with Limit Breaker. And when it comes to GT Goku, and like Xenogoku has God Ki, but he doesn't have the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan forms. It's the same with GT Goku. GT Goku started learning how to get the God Ki after when Super Goku left, but it's all in his Super Saiyan forms, including Peak Super Saiyan. But when it comes to Dragon Ball Super Goku at this point told Vegeta what happened in another dimension, and so they both decide to get their tails back in order to fully utilize their Saiyan powers. And that, my friends, is how Dragon Ball Super Goku decides to get his tail back. He learns about the powers from GT Goku, and he also learns that there are more golden forms out there, even though when Goku got Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3, he might have had some ideas that there might be more golden forms out there. And listen, the reason why I let GT Goku show us that there are more golden forms out there is because, number one, when we get to see GT Goku again, the audience is expecting us to go, oh, I bet he's going to use Super Saiyan 4, but instead we get to see a new golden form, which is the real Super Saiyan 4, and then he goes into another golden form, which is Super Saiyan 5, and then we learn that Super Saiyan 4 isn't really Super Saiyan 4, but it's a completely different form that's even more powerful than any golden form, because this form puts 10 times on top of whatever golden form any Saiyan that has achieved and mastered Super Saiyan form. So yeah, that's how Dragon Ball Super Goku learns of Peak Super Saiyan, and now he's got his tail back. And now this video has gone on long enough, and it's time to summarize of what Goku and Vegeta can do with the tail. So we're going to start off with Goku and Vegeta with their tails in their base forms, but just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to use Goku as an example. So we have base Goku with his tail, and Goku can use Kaioken times 2 all the way to 20, and then Goku can go Super Saiyan 1, and he can also use the Great Forms, which is Ascended Saiyan and Ultra Saiyan, and then he can go Super Saiyan 2, and now he can use Super Saiyan 2's Great Forms. Remember, the Great Forms are there to help transition into the next Super Saiyan form. And then we go into Super Saiyan 3. Now, let's go back to the God forms for a second. Goku's got Super Saiyan God, which is basically in his base form, and then Goku's got Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, or just for the sake of argument, or to save time, Super Saiyan Blue. Now, when it comes to Super Saiyan Blue's grades, I was thinking to myself, should the Super Saiyan Blue forms have grades, like what the regular golden forms do? I thought to myself, you know what, why not? I mean, come on, we've seen Vegeta go into a new form which was Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, but we all know that this is Super Saiyan Blue Ascended. It's something similar to when Vegeta was facing off against Semi-Perfect Cell. I mean, come on, they look very, very similar if you ask me. So yes, the Great Forms also have a God transformation, so it's Super Saiyan Blue, 1 grades, 2 grades, 3, and so far this is exactly what we want to see Goku in Dragon Ball Super do. Get Super Saiyan Blue 1 and 2, and put his Ultra Instinct on top of that. Anyways, let's get back to the golden forms. At this point, Goku has trained to achieve Super Saiyan 3 grades 1 and 2, and now he's got the new golden form Super Saiyan 4, and he's got the 2 grades after that, and he's got Super Saiyan 5. which is another golden form, and at this point Goku is training in his great forms for Super Saiyan 5. He hasn't achieved Super Saiyan 6 yet, which is why he's training in the grades in order to achieve Super Saiyan 6. And when Goku got his tail back, he immediately looked at the moon and he went into his golden great ape, and one thing led to another, and now Goku has achieved peak Super Saiyan. And like I said before, this peak Super Saiyan puts 10 times multiplier on top of the most recent golden form that has been mastered, and peak Super Saiyan is 10 times stronger than the latest golden mastered form. And with every golden form Goku achieves, he can't use peak Super Saiyan with the new golden form until he can master it, otherwise he'll lose control of his power. And not only that, since Goku has these new golden forms, he can go Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan 4 and 5, including the grades. Now at this point you guys are probably thinking, so is this the end? Is this all that Goku can do? Are these all the forms that is possible for the Saiyans? Well, no, there is one more thing that Goku can do. Because he's got the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan forms, and Goku's got peak Super Saiyan, Goku can now achieve peak Super Saiyan God, and it's a combination between God power and peak Super Saiyan. And yeah, this form isn't real, this is just a form I found on the internet, but I'm just using it as an example. Now, this form is like peak Super Saiyan, but instead of 10 times the multiplier on top of a mastered golden form, this peak Super Saiyan God form is actually 100 times multiplier. I mean, come on, how mental is that? And not only that, he can use his Ultra Instinct on top of that, and possibly the Kaioken. That is just absolutely mental, but we're still not done. There's also the Limit Breaker, and both Peak Super Saiyan and Peak Super Saiyan God can use this. Like, this is a dream come true for any Dragon Ball fan, but there is one thing that I need to remind you guys. Goku has to truly master the golden forms if he wants to use Peak Super Saiyan and obtain their God equivalencies. Then he needs to master his latest golden form, and if Goku wants to use Limit Breaker with Peak Super Saiyan, then every time a new golden form is activated, he has to master the golden form, and then once he's mastered that, he can use Peak Super Saiyan, but he's also got to train to remaster his Peak Super Saiyan form again, and then he can use Limit Breaker that allows him to multiply his multiplier for Peak Super Saiyan. And if he can't master Peak Super Saiyan or the latest golden form that he has, he can't use Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan 7 or 6 or whatever form that he's recently achieved. And it's the same with Peak Super Saiyan God. If he hasn't mastered Peak Super Saiyan, then he can't use it, and the cycle continues. If Goku obtains a new golden form without mastering it, he can't use Peak Super Saiyan God or the God variant of the new golden form, and it's the same with Peak Super Saiyan. He can't use Peak Super Saiyan unless he's mastered the new golden form. And there you go. This is how Goku would get more God forms. We'll get to see the great forms again, and the great forms will have a function and a reason to exist. We'll get to see Super Saiyan 4 / Peak Super Saiyan and the Limit Breaker. We'll get to see Goku with a tail, and we get to see more Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan forms after Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 3. Also, do you guys remember when Goku showed Frieza his Super Saiyan Blue form? Goku says, this is what happens when you put a Super Saiyan on top of a Super Saiyan God. So, when an enemy comes by, and Goku goes into Peak Super Saiyan / Super Saiyan 4, and they ask, what form is that? And Goku says, this is what happens when you put the power of an Uzoru on top of a Super Saiyan form. And at this point, Goku has best of both worlds. Not only does he have the power of the gods, but he also has primal power. And if you guys was to ask me which one is the most powerful, well, it's definitely the Super Saiyan God forms, but Peak Super Saiyan / Super Saiyan 4 has the potential of surpassing the God forms if he continues to get more golden forms and train to get Limit Breaker. And so, there you go. Goku's got all these forms. I gave you good explanations as to why the grades can come back. Goku finds out that it's the tail that helps him go Super Saiyan 4 / Peak, and there's more golden forms out there. And there's the Limit Breaker that multiplies his multiplier for Peak Super Saiyan, and there's a Super Saiyan God, and there's a Peak Super Saiyan God. And you know what? Just for the hell of it, if Goku is in his base form, he can also go into his Giant Ape form, just for the hell of it. And you know what? I really do love this idea. And this idea will make everybody happy. The Super Saiyan 4 fans, the Dragon Ball Z fans who want to see more golden forms, and Super Saiyan 4 or Peak Super Saiyan will be even more powerful. Akira Toriyama will have a reason to bring in Super Saiyan 4 Peak Super Saiyan, and Goku will figure out how to get Peak Super Saiyan. It's all there. And if Akira Toriyama doesn't want to show Super Saiyan 4, then no worries, he can just continue making more golden forms until Goku gets his tail back, and then he can bring in Super Saiyan 4 / Peak Super Saiyan. And I just want to remind everybody about the Kaioken and Ultra Instinct. I just want to remind you guys that Goku can use the Kaioken on his God forms. Yeah, he can use it in his base form, but he can also use it in his God form as well. And when it comes to Ultra Instinct, he can also use it in his base form as well. But now we can see Goku use the Ultra Instinct on top of his Super Saiyan God form. Now, we know that Goku can't use his Kaioken with the Super Saiyan forms, the Golden forms. But what about Ultra Instinct on top of the Gold forms? I wonder if Goku can do that with the Golden forms and the Ultra Instinct. That includes Vegeta with his Ultra Ego and the Gold forms. But you know what? Who knows? Or have you guys ever imagined if Broly still had his tail and he went Super Saiyan or Legendary Super Saiyan and then he looked at the moon and he turned into the Golden Great Ape? I mean, come on, that in itself would be absolutely freaking mental. And you know what? It's just something to think about. Would you guys like to see Broly with a tail? And see what sort of form he would get? Considering he's the Legendary Super Saiyan. I mean, seriously, what would Broly look like if he still had the tail and went Super Saiyan? That is also something I would love to find out. And so, there you go. I've explained everything. The importance of the grades, how Goku comes across the information how to become a peak Super Saiyan, the knowledge of more golden forms, the whole lot. So, let me ask you guys in the comment sections, what do you think of this idea? Do you like this idea? Is there anything wrong with this idea? If you have any complaints, please let me know in the comments below, and give me your suggestions as to what we can do to bring in Super Saiyan 4 or Peak Super Saiyan into the series. So, let me ask you guys something. Do you like this idea? Do you guys want to see Super Saiyan 4 or Peak Super Saiyan come back? Do you want to see more Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan forms? Please let me know in the comments below, and let's get a discussion going. I'm Freaky. Peace out. And please, don't forget to check out my other social medias. Please go and check out my alternative video platforms, Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, Twitch, and please come and hang out on my Discord server. We can play games, have a movie night or a series night, or you can watch me play a few games. And if you guys have any suggestions of any videos you want me to react to, or any video ideas in general, you can tell me on my Discord. I'm also on Twitter, Gab, Getter, and Paula. I'm on Locals, Tumblr, Minds, and if you guys want to support me, please go and check out my Subscribestar. It's like Patreon, but better. All these things are in the description box below, so please go and check them out and subscribe to them. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out.